How's it going, guys? It's Shak from Shak Salvage. As you guys can tell, we've changed the name of the channel. I think Shak Salvage suits the channel a bit better in terms of the direction of the page and so on. I've already made the first part of the video. This is the second part. Worked in the car last week. I'm working in the car again this week. Obviously I work full time as well, so it gets pretty hard to try squeeze in a lot of content. Having ordered parts and so on takes a while to come. This is the Fiat 500 salvage real build part 2. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to go around the whole vehicle, be sort of repairing what we can from what we've gathered from the initial inspection. The few bits and bobs that we can fix, we're going to address today. Sorry about the noise. If there is any noise in the background, there is builders working around where I'm working, so apologies in advance for the noise. Thank you very much to those who have commented, liked and subscribed to the channel. It means a lot. Thank you for those who have given me some advice off YouTube. So yeah, today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a diagnostic on the vehicle to see what problems we might have mechanically with the vehicle. We're going to be trying to pull out a few of these dents as we're going to be repairing them ourselves. We're going to try to pull this out as much as we can. Again, I'm not a professional, so I'm not going to be using any professional equipment. Just going to be using the good old tools and some handwork. So yeah, so we're going to start by doing a diagnostic in the vehicle. So with the Fiat 500, the OBD port is behind this little panel underneath the steering column. All you have to do, literally, I've got a few screws and bolts in there, but you just have to give this a little tug from the bottom and the whole shelving pops out, and then you've got an OBD port literally just there. Today I'll be using a it's not the best of devices. It's supposed to be a Delphi, like a Delphi replica, very cheap. Was actually handed down to me from one of my friends, so thank you very much to him. To be honest, I haven't used this for a very long time. The last time I've used this was probably 2016, if I'm honest. It's been a very long time, but yeah, we're going to give it a go regardless. So as you can see, it's powered on because the lights popped up there. So we're going to launch the device. This is actually connected to a tablet, so let's just set it up. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, so we've got it all loaded up now. So what we're going to do is click on the car. Apologies for the noise on the previous one and the way the camera was moving around. I was using my GoPro. I'm not using it at the moment. I will be using it, but I'm not using it at the moment. I'm using my phone just so I'm waiting for the GoPro batteries to charge. I'm gonna get myself a better tripod. Currently I'm using the GoPro tripod, which is not too great, but a lot of people were complaining about the video moving around a lot, so hopefully I should be getting one that helps the stabilization and so on. Anyways, let's get to the diagnostic. So obviously this is got the Delphi software on it, so you can put in the information manually. So you got Fiat 500 2009 petrol, the engine size and so on. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try scan it by the VIN. I'm going to see if it scans it, but chances are I probably won't, which it didn't. So I'm just gonna, I've entered everything in already. Okay, so it says turn on ignition or start second, start measuring, choose the okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the car in ignition now. So put the key in. Okay, it's in ignition. Press OK. This isn't the best of tablets, guys, so it might be very slow. Okay, 7 problems with the connection. Let's try it again. Okay, let's see what happens now, guys. I've just relaunched it as it opened up, but it wasn't actually showing me anything. So I've just relaunched the system to see what happens. Okay, So it's actually not showing me nothing. I'm not sure what it is. I think the software might be too old, but I'm trying to look to see. It's not showing any. It says no fault codes, but what it's supposed to show normally is a bit more information about. Okay guys, so I've got it sort of figured out. Yes, I think because obviously I haven't used the software and the device for a very long time, it just needs updating, which I'm probably gonna go do today. But luckily I have used this device before, so I'm slightly aware of how the setup was and how to actually use it, if that makes sense. So I'll put it back in ignition, launch the app again, and you load it up. So again, you got Fiat 500 2009 petrol 1.2, and all you have to do is do scan. Display of the actual app is not coming, so you see how everything's blank here. It's only because the app hasn't been updated, but luckily I've used this before, so I'm sort of aware of how it works. So we'll start off by clicking here, not here. Okay, so it read the car and it picked up no fault codes. So here there will be a couple of logos here. So it'll be the fault codes. So there'll be where you find your fault codes. There would be where to erase the fault codes. Here it would be the basics adjustments, and here would be your data list. So you've got many data lists you can go through, and it should normally pick up the data lists. So with your vehicle, any type of information. So you've got your ECU, your odometer. It's showing as a 63 kilometers. Showing the calculated air pressure. Yes, engine torque. So it all goes on. So what we do is we turn the car on, and as you can see, as I turn the car on, you've got the engine air pressure and all that so on coming up. So it shows you all, just in case you're thinking it's not working. It is actually working, it's just not showing me anything at the moment. Like, so if I click on the different data codes, it's showing me all the relevant information based on the data codes. So there you go. What I'll do is, anyways, I'll just erase all error codes just to see if anything flags up. Again, no error codes are flagged up even after I erased everything. So what I'll do is I'll put it in ignition, go back to erase error codes. It's gonna say please wait. So yeah, there's no error codes shown. But I do know there's a few things that need changing. There's an ABS warning which is showing me, but that's probably because of the tire, the driver's side rear tire, which needs changing, which we'll be doing today. But overall, if we turn on the dash, there isn't any other error codes. Obviously you've got an ABS, which makes sense, might be because of the one of the sensors in the tires. I'm not sure if these cars come with sensors, but it could be that's the only thing that I can think of. There isn't any other warnings. You've got your handbrake, you've got the windows are open at the moment, low fuel and the seatbelt, but that's the only thing that's showing at the moment. So what we'll do is we'll take this off. I'm partly satisfied with the result of the diagnostic, but I'm partly not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go get this updated, or try borrow my friend's diagnose to see if there is any faults. So you just put the OBD cover back on, slide this back up and clip it in. That's it, that's the port covered again. All right, so what we're going to do today is what we're going to focus on today anyways is we're going to be changing this tire. I've got the tire changed. The other one had air leaking, so we're going to get that sorted. We're going to get that tire changed today. We're going to take this wheel arch out, and we're going to address this dent as much as we can. We are going to be fixing this dent on YouTube. Again, like I said, I'm not a professional, so I'm not going to be using any professional equipment. I'm just going to be using the good old normal household tools and whatever I have with me to try pull that out as much as I can. And I will be doing body work on the car to fix the small little dents and so on. This is another dent that we're going to sort out. You can see it's sort of tucked itself in. We're going to address this as well. Another issue that we were having as well was the boot latch. See, if you press the boot latch here, it doesn't actually open, but if you press it on the key, the boot latch releases itself. So it's a bit weird, but apparently it does sometimes happen with the Fiat 500s. There's like a spring, if anything, or a bar that runs through the latch, which sometimes just needs to be readjusted. Yes, I don't have a jack just yet. Someone did mention in the comments, please invest in some axle stands. Again, I am very new to all this in terms of the channel and all this, so I haven't really got a lot of equipment. That's the tire. We have got it changed, so we're going to put that on. So I'm going to jack it up with the axle or jack that they provided. Don't worry guys, whoever's been grilling me about the jacks and the axle stands, I have invested in some. Well, I haven't invested in axle stands because they're not in stock. The company I've ordered it from, I ordered both from, but they said the axle stands are going to be coming a bit later, which is fine because the jack will do for the time being anyways. So yeah, let's crack on with it and see where we go. So that's the wheel off. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take this wheel arch out and we're going to try to address this dent while we've got this side off. So you've got your age-related rust and so on. This is my main concern. The exhaust box, it's got a leak. I was aware of that as the last MOT it was mentioned that the exhaust was blowing. Okay, so let's take this wheel arch off. Okay, to try to address this panel might be harder than I thought. So guys, I'm not sure you can see, I managed to pull out this dent a lot more than it was actually dented. I'm not sure if you can see. Obviously I am going to be pushing it all out, polish, sanding it, fillering it, and be painting it soon as well. So yeah, I'm just going to push this out a bit more and obviously as we've got the wheel arch, we've got an oval shape going around, so we're going to have to try and keep that shape as much as we can, and the rest would be within the sanding process. So let's see where we go. So that is the ending of pulling out the dent. So we pulled out as much as we could. Again, we're not using any professional equipment, just literally hands and the usual household tools. So I feel like we pushed this out to a good extent. Now it's just about recreating this line. This line is very important, so we're gonna have to recreate this line during the sanding process, but I'm happy with that. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the wheel arch cover back on, put this tire back on. Obviously there's all these days there was this emergency tire on because the tire was deflated for some reason. That's how it comes from auction. So we've got that tire sorted now, so we're gonna put that back on. So let's get that done. So guys, we're just going to put the alloy back on. I say alloy, I mean the tire. Back on. Nice. So what we're gonna do, guys, is spare wheel option. This is the emergency tire replacement kit, and put that in there. That's it. So we've got a full repair kit. So guys, after all that faffing around, I managed to get the spare tire and the kit back in. Thank God for that. Just put the carpets back in. That's fine, we will sort this out later. But yeah, finally got the boot space back. The next task would be to take this boot latch off. So I'm not sure if you remember. So the boot doesn't actually open with the latch. Right? You have to manually press the key. So I'm not sure if you saw. So yeah, that's the only way it opens. If I close it and try to open it like this, it doesn't open. So I'm going to take this whole boot liner off. What we'll do is we'll undo this. Take this silver trim off. So we're just going to loosen 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts. We've got it off. Alright, now what we need to do, we need to pry this open slightly. Pry this whole plastic thing off. So it's just held in by couple of clips. So it's held in by what we're gonna do is we're gonna untuck all these clips. Right, so I was able to take this out of the shell, and this is where the issue is. As you can see, what's meant to happen is the bar that's inside, I'm not sure if you can see, it's very rusty, so that's supposed to push this back for it to hit onto this clip, but because that's not happening, it's you see how it's supposed to come back on this clip. Once I make that click, the mechanism is opening up again. So it's a shame, because if I was able to get this pin out, to the other side now. Let's put it back together now and see what happens. Okay. So guys, we're gonna just put this back on, and we'll see how it is going forward. Just tightening the last bolt. Okay, so we're going to place the switch back on. Yep, it's working perfectly fine. Try again. Yep. So guys, if you're experiencing the same problem, it's a very easy fix. All you need to do is take the foam surrounding off, and literally, if you've got WD-40, just spray it on the pin that's holding the mechanism together, as it's like a spring-loaded mechanism. So that just needs a bit of WD-40 or anything, but in this case I've just loosened the pin up. I'm just gonna put this liner back on. Perfect. Alright, on to the next. Okay, so guys, inside the vehicle now, I bought this auxiliary cable that fits into the back from what I've seen, and it works with the MP3 system. So I bought it, but they actually didn't give me any pins to take the radio out, so I've gone ahead and removed the fake buttons that covering the hole. So there's four of them, just by the volume button and the frequency changing buttons. So there's the four. I've got some of my own where I've sort of DIY'd it. Good old metal hangers. So I'm going to give it a go. It's worked, guys. It's worked.
It was at this moment that he knew.
I'm not sure if this is how it's supposed to come out.
Oh, hell no!
But it's out. I don't think our system has the auxiliary port, because from what I've seen online, there's a couple of pins sticking out from here, and you just stick this in. Oh, that's a shame. The second part. Sorry about the shadow, it is a bit sunny where I am. So as you can see from the start of the video, we've changed the alloy. The spare wheel was on this, we've got that changed. We managed to pull out this dent. That's going to get sanded down and filled soon. Still got this dent to pull out. I have got a few bits for the car today, so I'll just quickly show you guys. This is the AC pipeline, so I'll show you why we've got this. So as you can see, this is the AC pipeline, and it's broken. Where that damage was, I'm not sure if you can see, where the damage was on this side, the AC pipe was broken. It broke. So as you can see, the bottom piece here. So we're gonna get that changed. I'm hoping I did order the right part. These can be a bit confusing, but hopefully we have ordered the right part. We'll find out very soon anyways. So guys, we got a slight problem. So the AC hose that I did buy is this one here, but this one's actually, put it on this side, sorry about the shadow guys, this one actually is, I think, the start of the AC pipe hose, and what I need is sort of like the middle section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the bumper, front bumper, and I'm going to try and see what part I need exactly, and see what I can do. Okay, apologies about the sun guys. The last video I made, there wasn't much sun around, so this part here is the broken AC pipe that actually goes around, and it goes into that little bit there. Not sure if you can see, my finger's pointing, that bit there with a little bolt on it, that's where it goes around. Now the part I have is slightly different, as you can see. I reckon the part I have is one of the parts that go on somewhere around here. I'm just slightly confused, as this part here is connected to the radiator, but it's also I'm guessing that's the thermostat. Alright, so what I need to do is I'm going to take this off and see what we can do. I'm just a bit confused on what part part of this AC pipe I received, because if you see here, there you go, that's the part I got. So that in fact goes down. Okay, yeah, I've got the wrong part. The part of the AC unit I have is this part here. As you can see, it goes down, comes back around, there it is, and it goes down here, and it goes into the main unit. So for example, it goes down like that, it comes back around, slots in, comes around, and it pops down there. Okay, so I've got the wrong part, which is unfortunate, because I was pretty sure that was the part. But nevertheless, what we are going to do is we're going to take off the current one. So we put the aerial on. It's probably the only part of today that was successful. It's quite a shame, to be honest. I assumed we would get more done. This was a fail, so we're gonna have to get that replaced. Alright guys, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna put everything back. Still got so the part that I actually need, I've searched it up, is the AC fluid line hose, something along the lines of that. That's the part I actually need. And to all those that are having a go at me, well, not having a go, to all those that mentioned about a jack, finally invested in some, well, not some, in one. I'm waiting for the axle stands to come as well, but yeah, got myself a jack finally. Okay, so guys, that's the end of the part 2 of the Fiat 500 salvage rebuild. Unfortunately, it's not been a very successful part 2. It's been sort of a fail. What's gone wrong is the AC pipeline that I've ordered is actually the I think they call it the inner pipeline, whilst what I need is the outer pipeline. But what I've ordered is completely wrong from the part I actually need. So the part I actually need is the AC fluid line, and I think what I ordered was just a where the gas passes through, if I'm correct. I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on it. It could be just part of the radiator. Anyways, I did show you guys what we need, so I'm going to go get that ordered. What we're going to do in the next on the part 3, ideally I don't try keep it around 4 parts, possibly 5, good number of parts for each vehicle. So yeah, might stretch it to 5, but hopefully we can try to do it between 2 and 4. So on the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to get that AC line sorted. We're going to get all the dents pulled out. I have ordered a plastic welding machine as well as a dent pulling device. I've ordered the manual dent pulling one, but I've also ordered the welding dent pulling device as well. So I got that ordered too. So the next couple of episodes, what we're going to focus on is more the body, and I think we'll get the service parts for it as well. Unfortunately, with this one, with this Fiat 500, I didn't actually get any service documents. It's only been 40,000 on the clock, and the oil's looking pretty fresh from when I received it, so I can only guess that the oil has been changed recently, or it has been serviced recently, but nevertheless we're still going to get a service. We're going to change the brakes, pads and discs. I think the rear ones are actually drum on this one. It's a drum, so we're going to attempt to change everything as well. Moving forward, get ourselves a fog light, the right side one. We're going to get all the brackets. To be honest, I think the last part of the rebuild will probably be washing the car. As you can see, that's just the door card alone, the fabric part, the seats as well. The seats are not too dirty, but yeah, it could do definitely with a clean. We've put the satellite antenna on. Don't know about you guys, but stuff like that sort of bugs me. That's the end. What I'll do is I'll start the car. The key, as you can see, the key is not in the best of conditions, so I'm not sure if you saw this envelope that's actually behind me. This envelope here, again, it's just a small thing, but stuff like that tend to bug me, so I have got the new thing, and I might actually just squeeze that into this episode and just get it changed. Nothing really exciting on this one, unfortunately, guys. No major changes. We have got the spare tire changed. We put a new tire on. We tried to put the auxiliary cable. The auxiliary cable didn't actually work, so that's another fail. But again, like I said, this is a new. It's new for me. Yeah, hopefully by Christmas I should have this car already. Ideally that's the plan, because during that time a lot of people do tend to want to buy cars, so hopefully I can get this all neatened up by the time, and we can actually get the car sold by then. So guys, what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the Fiat 500 key to the buttons part. I've ordered a new one. Normally bugs me, to be honest, these small bits, so we're just gonna pop this bit open. It's literally prying. I've already done it. So here there's a the sun's in the way. Okay, I'll show you here. There's a lock sign and unlock sign, so you turn the key to the screw to the unlock sign and it should sort of unlock, and there you go, the whole key comes out. I was able to take the rubber off. That's the rubber off, and that's the Fiat 500 logo. To be honest, I would have changed that, but it's just scratched up. It's in decent condition otherwise. So what I'll do is I'll just pop that in and just make sure it goes into all the grooves evenly, and it goes around the Fiat 500 sign properly. Make sure all the buttons click. Yep, all of them clicked perfectly fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to place the button housing back on. Well, to be honest, you didn't actually need to take the back bit off. You could have just took this part off now, and so doing this whole unlock and locking thing you don't really need to do. Once you take the top bit off, if you just get this part and you want to get this part changed, literally put a screwdriver in here and just pry the rubber out. But anyways, that's the key change complete. Yeah, that's that. So guys, this is the Fiat 500 so far. We got the boot changed, not changed, but we got the boot latch fixed. Toe and eye cover still needs replacing. We've changed the rear tyre, put a new tyre on, pulled out the dents here. We're going to focus on that a bit more next time. A few dents here as well. We're going to focus on that as well. Okay guys, so that's the end of the part 2 of the Fiat 500 salvage rebuild. Thanks for all those who have commented, liked and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate everyone that's made comments and reached out to me via social media to give me some advice and so on. So yeah, do let me know if there is anything you guys think I should do. If you think it would work better, drop it down below in the comments, or do follow my Instagram. I'll put the username down below in the description. Don't forget guys to like, share and subscribe. Hopefully the name change doesn't confuse too many people. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's watching, and until next time guys, take care, God bless, bye bye.